Today we're making a Red Bull commercial completely with AI, from the first image to the final cinematic shot. Let's see how far we can push this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more content like this. I'm starting with Nano Banana and my AI image custom prompt GPT. The first shot I want to create is a close-up of a hand opening a can of Red Bull. It's such a classic advertising moment, that metallic click, a bit of condensation, the light catching the edge of the can. So I write the first prompt. The scene takes place in New York City at night. Neon reflections, wet asphalt, a bit of movement in the background. It should feel cinematic, not like a 3D render. Now I'm switching to Nano Banana inside Freepik, setting the aspect ratio to 16.9 right away because I want this to work in a video format. I also attach a reference image of the actual Red Bull can using LIMG1. This keeps the logo shape and design consistent through all the next generations. Alright, prompt is ready. Let's hit generate and see what we get. Yeah, not great. The hand looks okay, but the can feels too flat, the reflections are off, and the whole thing lacks that crisp metallic texture. So I tweak the prompt. I add more detail about the lighting. Soft light from a street lamp, a bit of moisture on the skin, reflections of city neon on the aluminum. Okay, that's much better. Now the light actually feels alive. The pull tab catches that metallic sheen perfectly. This already looks like something straight out of a high-end beverage ad. I'm saving this one and turning it into a short motion clip, using the built-in Freepik video prompt just to get a quick movement baseline. After a few seconds of rendering, it's done. The opening looks great. Smooth hand motion, realistic reflections, slight camera drift. That's the perfect starting point for the commercial. Now, let's build the next shot. Still in custom GPT, I ask for a prompt that continues the same moment, the same person, same setting, but now they grab the can and take a sip. A bit wider framing, cinematic lighting, maybe some light haze in the background. I drop the new prompt into Freepik, add our Red Bull reference again, and link the previous frame of the hand opening the can. That way AI understands the hand position, lighting direction, even the environment consistency. Nice. This one works perfectly. The lighting matches, the pose feels natural, and you can almost feel the motion between both scenes. I'm saving this shot. This will be one of the key visuals for the ad. Next, I want a wider shot, something with more space, to use later for a start-to-end frame animation. I'm writing a simple prompt, not overcomplicating it, just asking for a filmic composition with breathing room around the subject. The first result doesn't quite work. The character already has the can near the mouth, so there's no motion range to build a transition. I go back, rewrite the prompt, specify that the can should still be in hand, and the subject is about to drink. Also attach the previous frame as reference, generating again. Now we're talking. The gesture makes sense, the motion path looks right, and the scene feels like a real continuation. You can feel that narrative flow starting to build. Each shot leads smoothly into the next. Time to bring these shots to life. I switch to video mode and select the auto setting so the model can pick the best movement and lighting dynamics. Starting with a wide shot, then planning a gentle zoom in on the character as they sip the drink. I hit generate and wait. A few seconds later, yeah, this looks solid. Not super flashy yet, but a great base for post. Meanwhile, that opening shot keeps bugging me. I know it has more potential, so I go back and try to turn it into a macro shot. I add our previous generations as references and ask for extreme close-up framing, focusing right on the pull tab as it pops open. I want that cinematic tension, the feeling of pressure just before the click. Generation finishes, and I've got a few options. Some are over-sharpened, but one stands out. Perfect lighting, sharp detail, and texture that almost looks tactile. That's the one I'll use. Now let's have some fun. I want to add a symbolic transformation moment, the point where the Red Bull gives you wings. I take the shot of the guy drinking and ask GPT to write a prompt that reimagines him sitting inside a cybernetic flying vehicle, glowing with energy, with angel-like wings made of light. Stylized but not cheesy. Futuristic, cinematic. I drop the prompt into Freepik using Nano Banana, attach our character reference to keep his face consistent, and hit generate. The first render looks weird. Too many lens flares, face overexposed. I try again, this time asking for less artificial lighting and softer glow. Now we're talking. It actually looks like a film still. Same character, believable energy, and the wings concept comes across perfectly. Next, I want to connect both moments, the sip and the transformation. So I build a transition using the two images. Auto mode doesn't handle it well, so I bring both frames into custom GPT with Kling 2.1. I write a really specific prompt, a cinematic energy transition, light spilling across the screen, maintaining the same face and can, hit generate. After a short wait, perfect. It's dynamic, has flow, and I know it'll cut beautifully in post. Before jumping further, I do a quick test, a few fast generations of the same character flying through the air, just to check if the anatomy holds up in motion. Surprisingly, it looks really solid, no weird bending or distortions. We can work with this. Time to change scenery. I take the same character and place him in the Himalayas. I want contrast, icy tones, sharp light, thin air. Now it's amazing. Crisp, powerful, clean. I modify the prompt again, referencing the previous wide shot to keep framing consistent. And this one just hits perfectly. The color palette, the depth, everything aligns. This one definitely stays. I try merging a wide and a close-up animation, but it's a mess. The movement breaks apart. So I redo it using only the close-up and add high speed to the prompt to emphasize motion and intensity. That one turns out great. Perfect dynamic filler shot. Next, I move to Egypt. Pyramids, golden sand, hard sunlight. Same idea. Red Bull can, cinematic lighting, energy vibe. The first renders feel too much like a postcard. I tweak the prompt. One of the generations comes out without the vehicle. At first I think it's a fail, but then realize it's actually a great breather shot between the high energy sequences. I keep it. Finally, I go all in. A space scene. Our hero floating through the cosmos, holding a Red Bull can, glowing wings behind him. I write cinematic, powerful light, energy trails. The output looks solid, not flawless, but it works perfectly as the ending. Strong, surreal, symbolic. Time for post. Color grade the footage, add a bit of speed ramping, subtle film grain. It finally starts to look like a real commercial. To wrap up, I run everything through Topaz Labs. Upscale, stabilize, sharpen, color balance, keeping 30 FPS for that cinematic rhythm, no slow motion. After a few minutes of render, done. It looks clean, detailed, professional. You'd never guess it was made entirely with AI.